January 25th. I hope you're having an amazing day, amazing trading day. I hope you were able to capitalize on my tweets out on GameStop. So let's see, come join me live on, hold on guys, YouTube. Let's talk stocks. I totally need to clean up my computer, and in fact I think I need a faster computer, more memory. This one is now 5 years old, I think. We're going to talk about SPY, we're going to talk Q, we're going to talk GameStop, we're going to talk Tesla, we're going to talk about XLF, and what other great ones today. We're going to also talk about Mara as well in relation to Bitcoin. All right, so let's see, put that out there and get the website up and running on the oh my goodness, I have to laugh at the picture. Wow, market pullback. Arky, you know what? We are going to see that image of the video is absolutely hilarious. The thumbnail that is up right now. So that's what really made me laugh. We will look, it bounced off of these two trend lines. Oh, you can't see it just yet. Hold on. Dun, da, da, da. Look right here, Arky. Bounce, bounce, major volume came in. Let's put it on a 1 minute chart. Dun, da, da, da. Look, it bounced right off of the trend lines. They are so cool when they work, isn't it? All right, let me go right here. One more quick thing that I have to do. So thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. I will have to run Mondays. I do have Ticker Talker that I do live on their channel at 1 o'clock. So I will have to jump off and head over there. So I cannot necessarily do as many stocks as usual today on Mondays and Fridays because I am with them at 1 o'clock. All right, so everything is set up. Hey, Terry. Bear trap. Very good, Arky. You are understanding the patterns of potentially the big guys. Nice catch. So yeah, and also note what time. Okay, this happened 10:45, and where did it end? 11:08, 9, 11:10. It was done. Now, if we break back up above 384, potential bull run up. Maybe we're going to see bigger moves to the upside for the SPY. Right now, it is in a bearish pattern. Let's put this back on daily. Right now, it's down below level. I said, hey, let's watch out for this. Also came back and tested volume weighted anchor prices back here. So keeping that in mind that, hello, MTETs, how's it going? Oh my goodness, I hope you guys traded GameStop today and you guys were in on the price action. That was spectacular today. Traded it twice, pre-market and after it broke 100 the second time around. All right, so the Qs, same scenario, came back. Hey, look, we just happen to have a little bit of a correction. If we look back at what happened a year ago this week, we lost roughly 3% on the SPY. So if we were to have a little bit of a 3% correction, not abnormal, right? That does tend to happen the end of January. We are in an election year, so maybe that's also in relation. Maybe there's a little speculation of what's going to happen. A lot of craziness has definitely happened in the past week, but just trade it accordingly. Don't get stuck in one position or the other. Over here, hey, look, we bounced off of the 425 on the 15-minute chart on the Qs. Gotta love when that EMA performs time and time again. Hey, Kyle. Yep, Tesla's on my list to check out today for sure. IWM coming back. We are still in that upward trend that has been performing. SLB looks like it's coming into a support area. Would you say long? We'll look at it here. Let me add Melly. I know I already have Tesla on here, so I'll have to just list SLB and Workhorse. All right, so watching that with IWM, if it were to break below this trend line, look at how, hey, it also bounced off of the 425. Is this going to hold up? Will it break down below over here? or is this going to continue to the upside? We're starting to see a little bit of weakness, somewhat like back here, where we had a little bit of a pullback, surged higher. Maybe we have a little bit of a pullback and surge higher again. Let's also look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones is down. This morning, what was interesting is the SPY and the Qs were up, and the Russell and Dow Jones were down this morning. Dow Jones, we are bouncing off of the 21 EMA right now on the daily. So let's see, we don't have the 425 on here. 425 is up higher. It's actually consolidated up here, and we are below a lot of the moving averages. However, the chart pattern is fairly similar. It pulled back roughly 11 o'clock, bounce. All right, Apple, let's check out Apple's price action. Very similar. Apple's very, very strong, and pulled back down to the trend line right here, which was from former highs. Right, so this trend line is from a high back on August 31st, and right here came back, tested that trend line, and potential move. If we break down below this, I'm going to set an, actually it's this one down here. I'm going to set an alert for crossing down below this trend line. Then we could see a correction in Apple and a correction in the market. So let's create that alert there. All right, let's look at Tesla next. So Tesla, let's look at Amazon. We'll just go on down the list. Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, and then continue on down. I know my chart says I've got to clean it up. It keeps, for some reason, it's like reverted back to other charts, other saved layouts. So here we're testing the trend line from above. If we're able to close above here, this would be lower risk, long entry. We do need to have a breakout with a confirmed close above 33.30, in my opinion. You can see that this would be failed triangle breakout if it tests up here and rejects it and comes back down. So we want to see this move to the upside right here. Microsoft as well. Hit that like button. Thank you, MTETs. Yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, watching the live stream, you like what you see, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. If you feel so inclined to make a donation of buying me a coffee, there is a link down below as well if you'd like to buy me a coffee. All right, so Microsoft, you guys saw me yesterday or Sunday. I deleted these, and it's still here today. I don't know why. All right, no worries. So here we have a bit of a bearish engulfing earlier. Now we're bouncing off of the moving average. That 230 level is quite strong resistance. So looking for that to break out up here and see if we can hit new highs and take this on up to 250, 260. Tesla, let's check out Tesla. So Tesla, I mentioned yesterday, hey, I would like it if it's able to close above 858, right? It did have a squeeze price action today above 858. Now, maybe this is just a fake out. It has to close above this little triangle setup right here. See? We want to make sure that it will close above. There was definitely a short squeeze right here. Hey, a lot of people thought that it was going to go down. They were all anticipating this is going to go down. Likely a short squeeze this morning. And then they felt that pressure. It went up to 900 today. It was at 895 when I looked at it earlier. All the way up to 900 and pulled back. This is big selling pressure right here, right? Why are all of these sellers coming in and it's dropping? It did have a very nice run from yesterday's close, right? Up 60 points and then pulled back. Now we're up simply 16 points. If we're not able to stay above 858, 860, this might be setting up. That might have been a fake out to the upside and potential to come down. Now, in looking at the price action pulling back on Tesla, I do not like shorting the stock. Puts is the way that I would prefer to trade that to the downside. Everyone's like, Jane, you're crazy shorting Tesla. Not shorting the stock, buying puts, right? I don't know if there's been big price action on that. All right, so first one on the list today, GME. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw my shout outs for price targets. Sure enough, hit it. I said 153.50 is my max. Went up to 159.18. And let's look at it. how much came in at 153.50. So it's crazy. It shot up on this 2-minute candle, and that was my final exit. So then it halted on the way back down, had 10-minute halt, and pulled back down. And now we're coming down, testing a trend line from pre-market activity. You see that I drew earlier right up here. This was a downward trend line. It broke out. I missed the breakout right here, moving to the upside. I did set an alert. However, I caught it when it broke 102.34, I think. I just went market order because I saw the buying coming in, and then wrote it up, took some profit at 117.20, and then another one up at 120. Hold on, let me see. I messaged took some more profit. Here we go. 121.70, more at 127.11, and then final exit was at 153.44. I put it just below that round number of 153.50. So amazing price action. I hope you capitalized on that. Hedge funds taking profits for reallocating their portfolios. Potentially. You know what, MTETs, they definitely run the market. There's no need to fight the big money. That's why knowing about the dark pools is amazing, because if you're able to see what they are doing, then you're able to follow them. And you guys can all check out the dark pool prints that we follow at thedarkpools.com. There is a free trading room that has the dark pool prints there, and you're able to monitor them. Also, if you want to test out Flow Trade also offers that as well, and you can sort it. That link is down below in the comments. You can try it out for 7 days for free. And this is looking like maybe it came all the way back down almost to the 4 and bouncing, but more importantly, it's hitting that trend line. I think to me that's really, computers said, hey, we came down, we're going to buy it, and maybe it's going to come up, test this trend line up here at 101.50, and then come back down again in that motion. We also had potential for Futo today to break out to the upside. It's so funny. See, that was totally off. So this had upward price action this morning. It had a long and a short trade. So I hope you guys were able to profit there. So long right off the bat, and then a short trade, just like the market as well. We also had BlackBerry. It is still up on the day, however, had a pullback. That $20 mark was really resistance. I think we looked at this yesterday as well and said, hey, that $20 mark could really provide resistance, and sure enough, it did today. PLTR, I know someone gave a shout out to this yesterday. Nice call on that one, had nice continued movement to the upside today, and testing that line to watch for downward price action. Did have a little spike down here, tested the moving average, and might be setting up for further move to the downside. EXPR, this one was another one we talked about yesterday. I had this on my potential swing list, long swing list, and sure enough, it really ran to the upside here, and it pulled back. Another one I also mentioned was AMC. Let's check this out. So AMC, oh, I got my fibs on here. Let's delete those. So AMC has had amazing price action, could be setting up for further move up, tested this trend line right here, and a bit of a pullback, bouncing off of the 200 EMA right now on the daily chart. Is that messed up for you guys? Hold on. There we go. Now you guys can see the full picture. So testing the 200 EMA. Will this fill the gap back down, or will this continue to the upside? We are going to have to see. I did buy some pre-market shares today at 401. When it broke 401, I missed this run. I was too busy doing my list. I missed the price action. I really should have set up some, what's the word? Alerts. There you go. So I missed the price action there. Let's continue down here. Also had Ford on the potential short list today. Nice short for those that capitalized on this, breaking down from 11.32. Nice move down to 10.8850 cents. Nice move. Easy to trade, low price stock, and also the options are fairly liquid as well. All right, let's look at NNDM and SPCE, NNDM and Virgin Galactic. All right, AAL, oh, SLB, that's okay, we'll put them back on. So AAL had a nice short trade today as well when it broke 15.50, came back down $15, 50 cent move to the downside. Intel, bigger move to the downside again today, continuation from earnings. This is now the third day after earnings, so I'd watch for a base, seeing buying pressure coming in from the big guys today, and then a potential bottom for it to curl up from here. AT&T, not a big trade today at all. Just a little bit pre-market, not pre-market, but a little, yeah, pre-market, and then right at open and bounced off of that round number of 28.50, and it's just sort of sideways now. BP, oil stocks, I believe are going to be big sector to be trading with Biden, in my opinion. So I would definitely keep them on watch. There's a lot of volatility potentially coming with OPEC, the Keystone oil, all of that all tied together to me equals trading opportunities in oil for the next couple of months. So keeping all of that on watch as well. And so I'm just watching myself on the YouTube stream. It's so funny. It is delayed and then I see my activity. All right. So had a nice little trade, 50 cents to the downside as well. Melly's high priced, bearish engulfing. Let me guess that you went long on this. Hopefully, Kyle, that you did not go, that you went short on this. All right. So would look for the 1850 mark as a potential area to test on the 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll look at Mara. You know what? Maybe that is in relation to people. The big guys are taking it down to rocket higher. We'll check those. Pritesh. All right. So we'll look at Bitcoin as well and see. So Melly, looking at this on the bigger picture, it took out this trading area right up here. So when it broke 1914, easy move to the downside. Also broke down below the 50 simple moving average right there. Bigger selling pressure right here. Came up, tested it again, secondary potential short entry, pulling back down to the downside. Now, target-wise, again, I would head for that 1850. Likely a potential bounce right there. It was a resistance and then proved to be support. So we want to see that support, if I was long, that support was being held there. And it might be an area that people would come in to buy. All right, let's look at SLB, Slumberjay. So oil stocks as well. This looks like it's rolling down, hitting a resistance over here, and had earnings. What's the earnings announcement? Surprise, 9 cents. Woohoo! It doesn't look like the market like that. So pulling back and testing the low back here. Testing a support level right here. Let's put on a weekly chart, probably easier to see. Oops, I meant to do the daily as a weekly. Oops, hitting our wrong buttons today. I'm hungry. So Slumberjay weekly coming and testing this as a support level. Now, if this support level breaks, another short target down to 2138. Right now, it's up, down, up, support, up, down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be priming for a 5 move to the upside, but it looks like it's a little bit of a truncated 3 move right here for Slumberjay. All right, let's check out Workhorse. Trying to rock through everything before I have to run. All right, so Workhorse came back, tested this box over here. Let's put on a 15-minute chart. Actually, let's just do dailies. All right, so right now, selling pressure, broke this downward trend, selling pressure, rejection right here, potential short entry. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that this trend line has been tested. And now it is a failure right here. Higher than normal volume, would watch for this to break down below 2330. If that breaks down below 2330, it is riding these moving averages down. Potential for it to come back down. Test this again at 2275 and then on down further at 2240. If that breaks down, 2115, and then the test of this box at 2075. All right. NNDM. So NNDM, big move today to the upside. A lot of them have had some crazy price action, huh? So when we look at it on the 15-minute chart, did have a drawdown to the 200 simple moving average on the 15-minute chart. There's a reason why I have all these averages, as you guys can see. Not every day do they bounce off of them. It looked like it was going to bounce. Here it bounced off of the 50, came all the way down to the 200, bounced off of the 50. Here it's testing 1550 area bounce. Is this going to come, if we can break out above 1650, likely a bigger move to the upside. However, it is fairly extended over here. Something that's cool to put on is the logarithmic move. It measures the move so that it's more equal in your eyes visually. So seeing this move today, it looked huge, but when you put on the logarithmic scale, it measures it out so it's not that much of a big move. Percentage-wise, it turns it into a percentage move. All right, SPCE. So SPCE, big crazy move. If we're seeing all of these moves on certain stocks, maybe it's a pop before a bigger drop, right? We have to see that there's a lot of stocks that have had this sort of price action on them, and they're at highs. So be aware, notice the patterns. Is this, hey, we're going to take it up and then we're really going to sell into all these people that are buying, right? Who is on the other side of the trade? There's always somebody on one side of the trade or the other. So why are all of these charts having this crazy high wick, big wick days to them? So looking at SPCE, if this is not able to hold 33.26, 33.25 might be continuing to the downside. Otherwise, it's still in the upward trend. It bounced off of trend lines today. All right, let's look at RIOT. All right, so RIOT right here is pulling back down. We're testing a trend line on the daily chart. We have this right here and this. I'll get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this. So right now it looks as if the moving average has crossed over, pulling back down. Let's look at Bitcoin first. Let's see what's happening to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, USD. Let's do Coinbase right here. All right, so Bitcoin on Coinbase is bouncing off of the anchored VWAP from what day? Let's bring it all the way back down here. All right, pretty much bounced off of the anchored VWAP from December 11th. All right, and now we want to see if it's going to break up above 35,000 right there. So let's go to RIOT and let's put an anchored VWAP on December 11th. All right, let's compare apples and apples. December 11th. Aha, look at that. Bounced right off of there. Let's also check Mara. Let's see if I have. All right. So Mara, December 11th. Aha, bounced right there. And let's put one up here. So this might run up to roughly 2264 as an upper resistance. And let's look at, I would use those as support and resistance right now. So 1809 for RIOT and potential high of 2336. Depends on where we close today, right? Right now it's in downward price action. We are below the moving averages. We are looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is moving to the upside. Why are these not? They're not always going to trade exactly the same, right? Sometimes the big guys will manipulate the stocks more than crypto will be manipulated by the whales. Does that make sense? Pritesh, does that make sense to you? Yes? Are you there? All right. Awesome. All right, guys, unless you have any other stocks for today, I am going to wrap it up. So I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Go ahead and give me your stock picks if there's one more or two more that you all want to see. Otherwise, I will be wrapping it up. Let's look at XLF. I wanted to look at the financials. Looks as if maybe there's some buying pressure coming in on these right here. I had that. Let's see, what was that alert that just went off? SPY crossing down the horizontal line. Looks like it's crossing up. Oh, it tested the one from below. Excuse me. I invite you guys to hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know when I do go live. Trying to help you guys through YouTube to profit. Of course, it is my opinion, so please remember that. And have an amazing trading day. Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. See you all tomorrow at 12:15.